minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. The ever-effervescent Kelli Hart is in the studio, looking beautiful as always. Colorful and beautiful.
Thank you.
See, that guy's asking, what makes you look so good? Do you ever analyze it? She says, what exactly is it? What makes you look so good?
Well, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so
it's me.
So
I'm
it's you.
I'm making you look good.
So,
wow,
right.
Who knew?
Yeah, so thank you.
I wonder what I'm doing to all the ugly people. I'm just having a bad effect on a lot of them.
I don't know. It's funny how that works. What one person thinks is just stunning and beautiful, another person will pass over. So, but I guess that's good news for everybody because that means there's someone for everyone.
Yeah. Well, that's the song. Yes. Yeah. Everybody loves somebody sometime.
Yes. So this morning we got our delivery of the February issue of Ocala magazine.
You did. Let me see.
Yes, it's gorgeous, and on the cover is actually an original painting.
Nice.
That a local woman, her name is Laura Lakey. There's a fantastic article about her inside the book. She came to us. It's just one of those serendipitous type things where she found us and we started to talk, and she's a phenomenal painter, and she really specializes in cowgirls and western and equine.
Is that right? Wow.
And so in talking to her was just really perfect timing because February is our hits issue because we're the official city magazine of hits, and it all kind of came together, and she created this phenomenal painting for us, which is now this month's cover. So it's really unique and gorgeous. I mean, it's so colorful. I tried to kind of match my shirt with the colors.
Oh yeah, you sure did.
So there's some strategy there.
You sure did.
So it's fantastic, and there's more about Laura Lakey inside, and it's a really exciting book, a lot of diverse features. We've got a lot of information about hits, so if anyone's interested in knowing what's going on there, they can certainly find out.
When does that start? When does it start?
It's actually already started.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. So,
isn't it at the same location as the golf thing, or am I wrong?
No, that's a different location.
Okay.
Yeah, so the golf thing is happening, which that'll be wrapping up tomorrow out at Golden Ocala. And so there's a lot in there about hits, and there's, like I said, there's the story about Laura Lakey, so you can find out about the artist behind this month's cover. There's a really nice picture kind of photo essay on Black History Month. We reached out and I connected with some African American locals who I think really represent a diverse opinion of what Black history means and what it means specifically to them.
Well, thank you, Robin.
Nice. And so we were able to capture that and for them to kind of spell out what that means to them personally. So that was really nice because it's always nice to ask such a powerful question and get such a raw answer from people. Yeah. And so that is in there as well.
Do you think you have a different perspective? I mean, having had such a close relationship with...
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. So it's one of those unique situations. It's like anything else.
You understand it a little differently maybe than you did earlier in your life.
And that does not mean that I feel like I understand it completely because I am still a white woman that lives in this society.
Yeah,
and I know I will never truly experience what being Black is like, but I have at least been able to have a glimpse, I guess a more raw glimpse of what it can feel like.
Did you guys ever get to Europe, to England specifically?
Yeah.
Okay, and I've always heard that it's completely different there. The Black experience is not the same as it is here. In fact, it's better. Did you ever hear that?
It's a lot better. Yeah,
Wonder why?
You see a lot more diversity. And I don't know. I mean, I think even up north and even on the West Coast, I mean, even though it's here in our own nation, it's just so different. Places that we've gone, we've noticed being treated differently.
Is that right?
Dynamic. Sure.
And I'm guessing, and I think I know this.
Right.
That it's not limited to that Mason-Dixon line theory. It's not.
No,
You could have a southern city that's just as liberal-minded about racial issues, and you could have a northern city that's just as, prejudiced, I guess you could say. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, people are moving. The younger generation, we're going to college, so we may be from the South. We may end up in college somewhere on the West Coast and vice versa. So as people are moving and getting jobs and going to college, they're experiencing other cultures. And then those beliefs, and then they may go back home and then they kind of take some of those beliefs with them. So I think it's kind of starting to spread out, but there still is a major issue. I mean, we can't deny it. We can act like it's 2016.
Well, you can act like it's better. Right. It's improved.
And in some ways it certainly has.
Greatly improved.
I mean, just the rights of being able to choose your spouse and those types of things that are no longer considered crimes, for heaven's sake. So it is definitely improved, but it's just still there. And
did you ever get to a Super Bowl?
I've never been. No, I've never been to a Super Bowl.
I thought maybe you had.
No.
No?
No. Because once it got to a place where someone was out, then it was like, we don't talk about it.
Oh.
We don't watch it. So, but I do enjoy watching it. So I am looking forward to Sunday's Super Bowl for sure. So I'm pulling for the Broncos, really for no specific reason other than, I guess, just that division.
Do you follow the Broncos all year long, or is it just for this game?
If I follow the Broncos, it's really only because I want to see them beat out the Chargers, and so that would be my only reason.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
So I like to see if they're gonna. I guess that division is familiar to me, and so I'm gonna pull for the Broncos in that regard. So. But I'm not putting money on it. I'll tell you that much. So it really doesn't matter. I just want to have some fun and watch the game.
People are putting money on everything. I mean, they're betting on what songs Coldplay is going to play.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the commercials are fun and the halftime show's fun. I mean, it really is just a nice time to get together and kind of have a good time. So I'm looking forward to that. I also want to talk about one of the feature stories in here before it passes us by, and that's Valentine's Day, because that's coming up. As it does every year.
9 days. 9 days.
February 14th, of course. And so I wrote an article, and it kind of helps spell out some do's and don'ts for Valentine's Day, because it can be a difficult holiday for people to really understand when it comes to gift buying and what to buy.
Is it aimed at men or both men and women?
It's really both. It's really aimed at both, because Valentine's Day is one of those holidays where there's so much propaganda, and so you really feel like you have to buy certain things. Like you have to buy chocolates, or you have to buy roses, and they have to be red because red is the color. I think
you're right. You do have to do all those things.
You think you have to.
I think you do.
You think you have to, but I have really given you permission to not do those things this year.
Yeah.
It will. If you read it, it really will, because what I talk about is not getting really fixated and stuck on what Hallmark tells you have to do and what the FTD flower companies tell you have to do. That does not mean that I'm saying you don't have to do something.
Okay. But can I argue with you for a second?
Yes.
Okay. Let's say you and I are talking to a 17-year-old guy, and he said, my girlfriend's my first Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm. What should I get her? I'm going to say chocolate, roses, and what was the other thing you said? Get chocolate, get roses.
Red roses.
And they have to be red. Get chocolate
roses.
and get red roses.
Mm-hmm.
And you would say, you don't got to worry about that. I would say, don't listen to her.
I would say, don't listen to Larry.
Oh, no, don't listen to Kelly. You're going to have to do this. She is waiting for those things.
But here's the thing, okay? And this is maybe not specifically geared at 17-year-olds, because 17-year-olds haven't had enough Valentine's Day, good or bad, to know the difference.
I only picked him because he wouldn't have any experience.
Right.
But you could do the same thing with the 35-year-old.
I think even men in their 30s and 40s, Valentine's Day starts creeping up, and they start to freak out because they really don't know what to get, especially if you've been with the same person for a while, which, hopefully you have.
Jewelry.
You're like, what do I get her? I got her this last year, and then this the year before. And, there comes a time where you really need to just stop and stop worrying about what the posters and the commercials are telling you to buy, and think about her or him.
All right, so let's find out what you're saying here.
So I have 10 things, and I'll try to cover them all, maybe a couple before the break.
All right, go ahead.
Well, the first one, of course, is don't forget. That's just an obvious. Do not.
All right, I agree with that one.
Forget.
I agree 100%.
Okay, you agree with that.
Yeah.
The second one is don't.
Let's see how many we agree with. How many do you have? 10?
I have 10.
I'm guessing that I'm going to agree with 5.
Okay. All right. Well, that wouldn't be too bad.
I agree with 1. Okay.
Okay. The second one is don't have a flower fail. And when I say that, what I mean is, don't get wrapped up in thinking that you have to buy, like I was saying, the red roses or red carnations. If she is a sunflower girl and that's what she loves, it would be very meaningful if that's what arrived on Valentine's Day. Because, first, she's still getting the flowers.
What kind of a flower are you?
Okay, well, I like blush peonies. Those are my favorite.
Okay, now see, somebody would need to know that.
They would need to know that.
Do you let the men in your life know this?
Well, if there were men in my life, I think I don't push it. I don't like drop hints or anything. But if you go
how would they know then?
Well, if you go on my Pinterest board, everything I love is there. That's the one thing for the men in my life.
So what you're saying is flowers are important, but it doesn't have to be red roses.
Flowers are a great Valentine's gift, yes, but they do not have to be the things that you see on the posters.
So let me see. I think I do agree with you, because You're basically saying do a little research. Don't go for the red roses if she wants pink peonies or whatever you said.
Right. If she likes blush peonies, although they're not in season for Valentine's Day, which makes it difficult. But if she likes something else, or if she likes the color lavender, you do not have to get caught up in the reds and the pinks. So I'm giving you permission to break the rule there.
All right, yeah. But you got to get flowers.
But, well, yeah.
You have to get flowers.
I don't know if you have to.
Oh, really?
A florist will tell you. The florist in me says, yes, absolutely. Don't you dare not get flowers.
You do.
But not all women like flowers. Okay, so
I'm half in that
there you
one.
go.
I'm
all
giving
right.
a half agree,
but
half,
think on
half
it.
not
Let
agree.
that marinate because there's some truth there. Okay, number 3 is if you can buy it at Walgreens, don't.
What?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
That's a great place to buy chocolates.
But you know what would be an even better place to buy chocolates?
Yeah, an expensive
Ocala
place.
chocolates. So in other words.
Oh, okay.
Okay, number 1, support your local businesses.
It is a very good chocolate
So
place.
so you can always get a card at Walgreens, yes, but you could also make a card. And you can get chocolates at Walgreens in one of those
All right.
cheesy boxes, and you bite into it and you're like, oh God, what is this pink stuff in the middle? You won't have that issue if you go buy
Let me ask you this.
truffles or something, yes.
And please don't think I'm like a pervert or something, but would chocolate erotica work? I mean, would that be appropriate?
Sure.
Okay.
Chocolate anything works, okay? But
Chocolate erotica.
yes.
You can have a box, you open up, she goes, oh my.
Right. Yes, absolutely. I think there's even molds that you can buy and really get very specific with your chocolates. But if you can buy it at Walgreens, and nothing against Walgreens, Lord knows I love it, especially the 24-hour Walgreens.
So what was the third one? The third one is
if you can buy it at Walgreens, don't.
I'm going to disagree with that one because there's nothing wrong with those things. People love those things.
They do love those things, but
you wake up. What is it called? Valentine's Day. You wake up Valentine's Day morning.
Because here's why we feel like the guy rushes in, he forgets, he's like, oh my God, let me buy this off the shelf and this and this and the teddy bear that's like weird looking. And then you know it came from Walgreens. You're like, this didn't come from, because Ocala chocolates. So
you want more thought.
Yeah, they put it in the nice little.
But you want chocolate.
Yeah, well, yeah, chocolate goes without saying. But I'd rather have 3 really cute little gourmet truffles made here locally than to have a heart-shaped box that I have to bite into each one to get maybe one that I might actually like.
This is for your lover, right?
Sure.
This is not for your daughter because men buy things for their daughters too.
Right. Well, this mainly applies in a romantic sense, but that does not mean that you couldn't do the. If maybe you want to send something to your mom on Valentine's Day.
I'm going to
same rules apply.
By the way. Every lady who works here, something from Walgreens.
Well,
I have no lover in any of them, but that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, well, you don't have to just buy for a lover. I mean, listen, if someone wants to buy me a Valentine's Day gift, I'm not going to reject this.
It's a sexist holiday for me because I don't give the men anything.
Okay, well.
It's the way I was brought up, though. That's the way the men give the ladies a little something. And
yeah, well, that makes sense. Yeah. Just don't buy it at Walgreens. Number 4.
Wait. Can we take a break?
Okay, yeah, let's take a break.
But I'm going to try and decide here. So the statement is, if it's sold at Walgreens.
If you can buy it there, don't.
All right, I'm going to disagree. Because there's some good stuff there. All right.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Partly to mostly sunny today, breezy and cooler. A high of 56 to 61. Some clouds tonight, a low of 40 to 54. Then clouds and sun with rain arriving late in the afternoon tomorrow. The high 61 to 69. Breezy and cooler with clouds and sunshine for Sunday. The high 57 to 60. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Maggie Johnson.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Oh my, how did another 365 days go by? If you're looking to make a change in 2016, get involved in the health scene. Get rid of the old and try something new, like acupuncture at A Better You. Pain in your joints or knees? Throw out your back every time you sneeze? Then acupuncture is sure to please. From pain to allergies, even the flu, come get acupuncture at A Better You. Call me, Dr. Erica Olstein with A Better You Healthcare today at 352-615-5566.
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
On February 13th, the Circle Square Cultural Center at On Top of the World will host the annual Home Improvement Expo. But on Monday, February 8th at 9:45 a.m., Robert Colin from On Top of the World will be our guest to discuss all the exciting aspects of the expo. The expo is free to the public and there will be fun and prizes. Robert will be telling us about the exhibitors and discussing some of the demonstrations. So be sure to listen Monday, February 8th at 9:45 a.m. when Robert Colin will be here to answer your questions. The Women's Veterans Health Fair will be happening on Saturday, February 20th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. at the Ocala VA Clinic at the Cascades Office Complex at 1515 East Silver Springs Boulevard right here in Ocala. The Women's Veterans Health Fair. Don't miss it. If you'd like more information, give a call to 352-369-3320. That's 369-3320 for the Women's Veterans Health Fair at the Ocala VA Clinic in the Cascades, February 20th from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. All right, 21 minutes after 10 o'clock. Kelli Hart is in the studio. We're debating here about Valentine's Day because you have an article in Ocala Magazine.
I do.
What's it titled?
It is Cupid's Top 10.
So far I agree with 1.5 and I disagree with 1.5.
Okay. Number 4 is do plan ahead. So if you want to get reservations or if there's something that you want to do that really involves kind of having your ducks in a row, do it ahead of time. Don't show up to the restaurant and then be told, sorry, there's no tables, or we're going to put you at this table in the very back. I mean, if you really are thinking of doing something maybe like the bed and breakfast,
absolutely, okay,
I agree, for
100%,
Valentine's Day,
do
plan ahead because then it looks like everything is so nice and smooth, and that's what you want.
Actually, that's a sweet thought. It's more fun disagreeing with you, but I agree.
Well.
But it's a sweet thought because you're telling somebody, think about it. I mean, now it's almost too late today.
Yes, I know. That's why we needed to cover this today, Larry, because this is serious. Okay, number 5. Don't shop for jewelry from a flyer, okay? So it kind of goes back to the flowers thing. Just because it's on a flyer. Listen, these jewelry stores are depending on you to see their flyer and think these are your only options. I don't know if it's because they have to move this stuff. I don't know if it's they can make it cheap and sell it. I don't know. I'm not a jeweler, so I don't know. But don't feel limited to what is on the flyer. Jewelry does not have to be heart-shaped.
I definitely agree with that.
Okay. So just because you're buying it for Valentine's Day does not mean it has to be heart-shaped. It can be a beautiful locket, a pearl.
I absolutely
It goes
agree
back
with
to the flowers. What do they want? What do they love? Do they love vintage, inspired jewelry? Has he been talking about a watch that he's wanted for a while? Get that. Don't feel like you have to stick to your flyers.
But P.S. for the he that you're buying for, don't worry about him. Ladies, you don't have to worry about anything. You don't got to buy it. We don't care. Let me tell you something. On Valentine's Day, do you agree with this? Who's in there?
He's holding up a dollar sign.
Oh, because it's expensive?
Yeah.
Well,
I guess.
Oh, the more money you spend, the better it is? Money's good.
Yeah. Giving money as a Valentine's gift? Okay, definitely don't listen to Joe. Nobody wants money for Valentine's Day.
If you can do, what is it called when you fold money? Fold
origami.
Paper? If you can do origami money.
Sure, no, that would be cute.
Fold it like a heart, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I would still think, he forgot. Okay, so do you agree with that? The don't buy jewelry from a flyer?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, good. So we're doing good. Okay. Number 6, don't keep record. So if you're the guy or the girl.
Don't keep record.
If you're the guy or the girl that goes out and spends maybe more than you should have, or you've saved up and you've bought this really elaborate gift, then don't remind us down the road about how much you spent. Either spend it and hush.
Well, that's true for all gifts, so.
But if you've ever been with the person that spends the money and then 2 days later they're like, oh man, I would have gone and gotten us such and such for dinner, but I'm so broke because of that gift I bought you. Or if you've ever been with that person, you know.
Have you been with this guy?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. Like, oh, the
I agree with
the
that,
mileage
too.
I put on my car going places and get out of here. You know, like
Get out of here.
Nobody wants
What's the matter with you?
Nobody wants that guy or that girl. So if you're gonna spend it, spend it. If you're gonna take her or him and do something really
What if it's a fun story? Let me just give you a caveat here.
Yeah, sharing a fun story is good. Like, remember that time we had that great time or whatever? Yes.
No. I mean, let's say you go buy her some jewelry.
Okay.
But in the process of buying her the jewelry, you're at the jewelry and it gets robbed, and there's a guy there with a gun, and you fight him, and you save the day, and the police come, and he brings you the bracelet when it's all over, and says, "You're not going to believe what happened. I had my $300 on the table, and the robber wanted to take it."
Okay.
So right now, he's told you it cost $300.
Sure. He may or may not could have left that little tidbit of information out of that story.
Right.
But there's a big difference between.
But I do agree.
If that particular situation happens and you beat up a robber,
right.
I will give you permission to share that story.
For the rest of your life.
Beyond that, do not remind him or her days later or weeks later, or God forbid if you break up, I want my locket back because it cost me $100 or something. Just please don't be that person ever.
Well, wait a minute. If you have sex the night before.
Whoa.
What's the matter with that?
Nothing.
And then that day, he forgets to bring you something. Do you say,
oh my God,
I had sex with you last night?
Yeah.
And you forgot?
Yeah. That's a huge.
So why, so now it sounds like it's a reverse thing.
Well, either way.
Really?
I guess.
So you shouldn't remind him that you had sex the night before?
Well, you shouldn't have to remind him. First of all, if it was good enough, he'll bring you the gift because he won't forget. So we'll just say that. Number 7 is do give them your undivided attention. So
yeah.
That goes without saying.
Yeah.
If you're at dinner, put down your phone. Don't pick a restaurant where you can kind of see Sports Center out of the corner of your eye because we know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So just put your phone down. Make that
Don't
evening
go to
about
Wing House, right?
each other. Oh,
because you get distracted so much.
Do not go to Wing House for Valentine's Day.
It's a big distraction.
That'll be the last date you may ever have with that person. Yes, do not do.
Well, I'm agreeing with most of these. 1, 2, 3, 4,
well, because
5 and
they're
a half.
good. They're good tips here, Larry.
One and a half I disagreed with.
Number 8,
Yeah.
do not make any life-changing decisions. Valentine's Day is a very cliche day to pop the question, to get married just because you want the really cutesy, anniversary date. Don't do those things because you share that date with, it's in here somewhere, like 4 million people that have decided to get engaged or get
There's only
married.
365 days to pick.
Okay, so pick another one. Pick a
8
random
billion people
pick a
in the
random
world.
Tuesday, pick a day in March or some warm summer day or something. Please don't do it. Just don't do it. Just don't.
All right.
Okay.
No life changes.
No and don't break up with someone.
I'm going to have to agree
Don't
with
break
that
up
one.
with someone on Valentine's Day. Either do it the day before
right.
or maybe the day after, the day before. Either way, it's just really sad.
I'm giving it a half, though,
That's a sad day.
I can see getting married not being such a big deal. Okay.
Number 9 is do make a big deal of things. Now, coming from a girl who
make a big deal.
who does not like a bunch of fuss, like I don't really like all of the. I mean, I like taking pictures and I like spending time and those types of things. But like having your picture put on, like in a heart together on a coffee mug or like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The cheesy. I don't really get wrapped up in that. But on this particular day, if you want to post a sweet poem, maybe on her Facebook page or his.
Yeah.
Those it's
Make a big
okay.
deal. Okay.
And if you're a guy, guys a lot of times feel like I'm a guy. I can't be seen doing that cheesy stuff.
No.
It's okay. Like you've got permission. Your friends can't make fun of you. And then number 10 is do enjoy Valentine's Day single. So don't feel like you're left out. If you're a mom or or a dad, you can take your little one and have a day with them. Maybe if you're a dad, this is a great day to take your daughter on a date to show her what a date should really look and feel like. So
you got a couple extra points for that one.
Okay. So it's all in this month's issue. It just came out today. There's a lot of other fascinating stories. Want to wish everyone luck for Valentine's Day. I won't be here next Friday to cover this again because I'll be in Quebec. So please take note of
Où
this.
se trouve la toilette? Do you know how to say, where's
Oui.
the bathroom?
Yes.
Just, you have to know how to understand the answer.
Yes. Everybody have a great weekend. I'm headed out to Coates after this and looking forward to that as well.
That was fun. Thank you. We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. A disappointing jobs creation number out this morning.
151,000 jobs were added to non-farm payrolls in January, and the unemployment rate slid to 4.9%. Wages were up slightly, as was the labor force participation rate. It was up to 62.7%.
Fox Radio.